Now we got you.
Okay. If you look at the, okay. If you look at where I set my, I use a Wolverine system. So I set that, this rod down here all the way to the bottom. You get that? Everybody see that?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that little lever is all the way down to the bottom. Right? And then when you put it in the jig, right? If you put it in the jig, right? Let me, okay, here we go. So if you move that up to the jig, when you go back and forth, you create what? You create a parabolic curve. That's what this jig does. And then you would take the jig away, right? You now have a parabolic curve on this shape here. So then you take the back, you go back about 1.25 inches and you roll it, and you gradually bring that up to meet that parabolic curve. It's that simple.
So the jig was used just to shape the tool.
For
You
people who
sharpened the
can't,
tool.
right, for people who can't make a parabolic curve, right, they can use the jig. If you can draw a parabolic curve, if you know what McDonald's art is like, then I'm going to turn this thing on. I'll show you. Right. I'm going to do this one-handed. So what I'm doing, and you never go over, you don't go quite to vertical. And then you simply take the back and you join it to the front. And now you have a parabolic curve, and it's all, no matter where I touch on that tool, the bevel is only 128th of an inch, and it's absolutely effortless, you know, when you're doing the wood turning. Because I do a lot of the commercial turning, and I can't afford the time to sand. I can't afford to physically fight a tool. The tool has to work for me. And it's that simple. And anybody who wants to, you know, come to my place up here, visit or whatever, they're welcome to. I will be happy to, if you call me up and say, Mark, help me, we can get together on the iPhone, and I will be happy to give you some personal instruction. It doesn't cost you a nickel. Right? But I can make all 5 shapes. I can do the roughing, and I always do all my cutoff with it. I don't use the only thing I use a parting tool for is when I'm sizing beads and coves on hair legs or something like that.
That was a 3/8.
But anyway, you what?
That's a 3/8 inch spindle gouge.
3/8 inch spindle gouge.
Yep.
But I do not use detail gouges. Detail gouges have too much metal. I can do much finer work with a regular gouge than I can detail gouge. A detail gouge has a very thick back, right? It's made for reaching way over a tool rest, but you can't make near, I can make much finer stuff with a regular deep flute spindle gouge than I can with a detail gouge.
Mark, if I don't have one of those little doohickeys to put it on the grinder that make it a jig, can I sharpen this or shape this on a belt sander?
You can.
That's what Trace says. Trace says if you got a
Yeah.
problem, take it to the belt sander.
Right. It'll work.
You see? You see, like David
If
says,
you-
how far did the tool stick out of the jig? That was for shaping, Mark, David, and there's a 247 rule on that, but it's not that important.
No, it's not that important. But my bolt gouges and stuff, I use the old standard 1 3/4 distance away.